So he's an expert in vintage Barbie dolls, and Danny is going to interview him now about his life's work with the vintage Barbie dolls. So take it away there, guy.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. You're in for a big treat tonight. We have the one and only Jimi Johnson, who's written several books, but we're privileged to have him. He's an expert with Barbie dolls, vintage Barbie dolls, and we're going to talk to him right now and see what makes him tick. How are you, Jimmy? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to be talking about Barbie dolls. I've spent my whole life building up to this moment.
I want to get to know what really makes you tick. Okay, so I mean, you grew up in a weird, funky place. I wonder if you could let us know.
That's right. I grew up in a television studio. My mother was a newsreader, and she reared me under the desk as she read the news. It was. I got very interested in news. I spent from the ages of 0 to 12 living under a news desk. She used to sleep there when she wasn't reading the news. It was an unusual childhood.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Very funky newsroom as well.
And what first made you get into Barbie dolls?
Well, it was when I met Jimi Johnson, my wife.
And it was on that road, really, wasn't it? Isn't that where you met her?
That's right. We met. I was hitching a lift and she was driving a chair. And she stopped to pick me up on the way to the disco. There she is on the right there. That's me on the left. Mm-hmm. We used to like to mix it up a bit. And I had fantastic teeth there. I had 2 rows of teeth. She had 2 rows of teeth. I had the hair, and we had big glasses, and we just danced for years together, dancing away the funky times in the 70s.
Yes,
fantastic.
I have a picture of your father.
That's my father when he's had a few drinks. Somebody stole his bottle of gin. He usually just had it in the palm of his hand. He always took up that position when he opened a new bottle, and he'd go, "Now I'm going to drink a bottle of gin." But somebody stole it. But he was so suave, he didn't really mind, because he had whiskey in his shoes as a backup. And he had straws running up inside his socks and pants. And he could sip away on whiskey secretly without anybody knowing. He was a suave alcoholic. That's what he was there.
That's right. We have a lovely photo here.
That's when me dad stole me piggy bank. It was so annoying. I had all the money saved up to set up to build the factory for the Barbie dolls. And he said, no, I wanted, because I'm an alcoholic, and look at me, I'm so old after being suave, and I've no gin. Mother came along and said, leave down his Barbie doll money. And she shot him through his balls. So that was a great day. I got me money back. Good old granny.
Yeah, I was still wondering how this helped inspire you to come up with vintage Barbie dolls.
Well, that's the laboratory there, and they're just testing materials to make the finest Barbie dolls. And that's blue nougat. We're trying to make edible Barbie dolls. So you can see by the guy on the right, there's too much salt in the nougat. So he died later of salt inhalation. But we were working on edible Barbie dolls. I mean, I was just pushing the boundaries of Barbie dolls. That was my job. The woman on the right.
People say that when you live here, you've gone a bit mad. Is this right?
Oh, not at all. That's the only way to get away from it all. What we would do, that's actually the Barbie doll head center. That's the tip of the iceberg. You see, it looks like an ordinary cottage, but you go in and there's an elevator that goes down under the sea. And then it was like James Bond, a huge cavern with all these people making Barbie dolls. It was like a huge secret laboratory run by James Bondians.
Now, we do have to go, but I was wondering if you could explain just a couple more quickly. What's this all about?
Well, that's Blue Nun. That's the original Blue Nun. I was there. She She was working for me, but she was secretly working on a wine. And she's just invented Blue Nun, and she's off to sell it on the market. She's delighted with herself.
Okay.
Go on, the Blue Nun.
What happened here?
Well, you know who that is. That's the Irish nation. When I started making Barbie dolls, there was only 4 people in Ireland. And that's them. And they had sex so much. And now there's 4 million.
And finally, the last one. This really inspired you to come up with, I think it was Malibu Barbie. Tell us how this inspired you.
Well, that inspired me because as I say, I love to go for a walk. And just, I was walking so much. And one day I was walking and that's all that was left. And I saw the brown rule, a tube, and I thought, that's brilliant. I'll make a Barbie doll out of toilet rolls and I'll call it Shitty Barbie.
Wow.
Shitty Barbie. And it was a great seller.
Well, look, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Great to be. Thanks for
We'll have you back anytime. Thanks so much, Jimi Johnson, everybody. Jimi Johnson.
Good
Thanks,
luck now.
Jimi Johnson. Thank you so much.